Hey there, you're watching the Dave Does channel. I'm Dave Does, and this is Dave Does Reacts. Today I'm checking out some EPICA. The song is Time, T-I-M-E. That spells time. And yeah, I do know EPICA. I have covered the band a few times on the channel over the years. Not in a long time. Probably the only real, what I would call symphonic metal band that I've really got into was Nightwish, of all the ones I reviewed. And I've done quite a lot of the different ones, but you never know, this could be the song that turns it to me. It took a long time for me to get into the Nightwish ones. There was multiple songs before I found one that actually kind of was the one that broke me through into really appreciating Nightwish, and then I kind of went back to the ones I'd previously done and really enjoyed those songs. So it takes this one song to kind of get you in, which is the gateway song. So maybe this is the one for me for EPICA. But as always with these videos, I'm going to be playing them from start to finish. No pausing, no talking during them. Just going to play the song, I'll watch it, and at the end I'll talk about it. I'll break it all down as far as my thought process of what I thought about the video, what I thought about the song, and then really just over to you really to let me know what you think in the comments down below. So if you don't want to watch me for 3 minutes and 58 seconds watching a screen, you're more than welcome to jump ahead. Otherwise, yeah, let's go check it out together. Okay, Epica and Time. Lots of thoughts around this one. So I'm going to get the video part out of the way. It's a good produced video, good use of graphics to aid with some element of storytelling. It kind of feels like a collection of short stories in the video. It's not kind of one concise piece of story telling from start to finish, but lots of little snippets, and that can work quite well just to kind of get the point across. And I think from the vocal performances to the camera works really well as well. So yeah, nothing wrong with it. Not a huge amount. Maybe a little bit of rewatching that could be done for the little graphic elements, maybe just to kind of understand the what they're telling you. But as far as like if it's a story from start to finish, it's not really done in that way in the video, so I can't really comment on that. But yeah, very nice graphics, etc. Very similar to what Nightwish did on their last album as well, or the last couple of albums they've done sort of that sort of graphic, which became quite popular in the early 2000s and have had a bit of a resurgence in recent years. Let's talk about the song. Now, I remember from my last time I did Epica that Simone Simmons' voice is really nice. She's got a really beautiful, clean style of vocal delivery. So I wasn't really sure what this one was going to be about, and it's cool. It kicked in. It was really punchy. You've got this Pantera-esque stroke Lamb of God main riff, which is really chunky. And the first time that the vocals come in over that, I was just sitting there in my head going, this doesn't feel like it works for me. And I think just because it was so weird to have like such an aggressive Pantera-esque riff with these beautiful vocal, almost slightly creepy vocals over the top, the way that she was singing some of the melodies. However, once I got through the next section, which was much more of what I would class as like the traditional, so the layered synth, you've got the synths, you've got the backing harmony vocals, almost choiral. We've got the guy doing the aggressive vocals, giving you kind of the big attitude, the counter, almost the counterpoint to her cleanliness in vocals. All the sort of stuff that I would expect from sort of symphonic metal, and I think adding that aggressive vocal does give you that element. Because I don't remember having that in earlier Epica stuff I've seen, because it was much older stuff I'd listened to. So then the second time that verse comes around and we get back to that riff, I was able to kind of go, okay, I know what I'm expecting this time round. And actually, from a vocal point of view, it's fine. It works. There are a couple of like phrasing things which I still find a little bit off on it. Not to say it's like off key or anything like that. It just kind of, it's not what your brain's expecting, which can sometimes be a really cool idea because it kind of keeps you on your toes from music. It doesn't make it stops you getting too lazy. But it does also make you kind of go, oh, hang on, I was kind of into it, and then it's now kind of thrown me a little bit. But I think that was all it was that first time going through it, I was just like, huh? Well, hey, what's happening here? And it just kind of just threw me off. So it's not the song that's going to gateway me into Epica. I think the chorus is it's a good chorus, nice melodies in there. The only thing I found with it is it's almost after the heavy riffs that you've got during the verse, the kind of the chord progressions with that little tail of at the end of it, it just I don't know, it feels like slightly anticlimactic on that chorus, but it's still a good chorus. It's just, I don't know, it feels like it could have been bigger. Because for me, the strongest part was that first main riff that kicked in, that Pantera-esque riff. That was so cool, so heavy. And was more of a standout part for me for them because it wasn't what I was expecting from them. Everything else was exactly as I expected Epica to sound, which is they sound like Epica and they're very good at what they do within that sort of particular genre. So I hate when I sort of do these reviews. I know it's frustrating for you guys watching it if you're watching this at home and you're like big fans of the band. Cause you're like, dude, you're shitting on my band, and I don't intend it to be shitting on a band. I generally don't, because I actually think Epica are a really good band. They're just not the band that's going to get me listening to them, and I'm always looking for something like. So when I mentioned at the start of the video, I talked about the band Nightwish. So I had listened to Greatest Story. I'd done Pendulum of the Poet, or Poet and the Pendulum, sorry. Endless. I'd done quite a lot of. Mine is an Endless Hope. I'd done I'd done a whole range of tracks. I think I'd done like 7 or 8 songs I'd reacted to, and none of them. I'd sat there and I'd done exactly what I've just done here with Epica, and then I heard Elan, which is probably one of their softest commercial rock tracks, if you like, compared to anything else that they do. And I really, really enjoyed it. I really connected with the song Elan. And then once I got that, then I did The Endless Forms Most Beautiful, and I really liked that. And then I went back to things like Poet and the Pendulum, and actually going back to those albums. Actually, the Annette Olson era of Nightwish is my favourite albums. I love the music of those albums. So it was interesting to then go back to these and discover them again, and then listen to these things like My Name's Endless Hope. Love the tracks. I mean, Poet and the Pendulum, one of my favourite tracks, but at the time when I reacted to it, I just wasn't a big fan of it. But now I absolutely love the track, so that's always what I'm looking for. So with Epica, I still haven't found that track that's going to get me there, but I think it's out there. There will be a track out there that will kind of convince me that I really like Epica, and then when I come back to these tracks, I'll be like, yeah, fucking love it, love it. But at the moment, there are elements I really like, and I completely do understand this is a really good band. I just haven't found the connection for me yet, but give it time. I will find it. I will find it. But yeah, good. It was a good track there. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed my video, please do like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in another video sometime very soon. Take care.